Miss Wynn checking in. So I'm so glad that Instagram saved my last try. My last live that I did. So I just want to pick up where I left off. My kid is in the shower. Okay. I think she's okay. I don't hear any crying. Okay. So, hey, good morning. Come on in. What I was talking about is the fact that gratitude needs to be expressed in any kind of relationship, whether it is a co-working relationship, friendship, intimate partner, significant other, whatever. Gratitude, appreciation needs to be said. And I think where I had left off was, this list that I had read the other day where these pastors had committed suicide. And we don't know why. We never know why anyone does that. But I would like to think, and even in my own, hey, love, even in my own experiences, sometimes, if you feel unappreciated or unloved and maybe not even unloved, because if you are in a community, people all the time tell you that they love you. But love and gratitude are not the same. You would think that they are. You would think that I love you also means that I appreciate you, but sometimes they need to be expressed directly, right? It just needs to be said, right? There's some things that need to be said. Hey, lovely. And so I mean, I wrote this book as a thank you. It's called Gratitude Poetry, Thank You Poems. During a time where I felt like I wasn't appreciated by the community that I was serving, by the indie author community, by people who knew me over these last 4 years. And I just felt like they felt maybe entitled to my services, that they felt like one of the things that I would tell people about like companies and organizations is, if your company was to stop today, who would be impacted, right? And I thought, if my company was to stop today, who would be impacted? Obviously, a lot of people would be impacted, but when you're in that moment of sadness and despair, you can't think of anybody, right? And so sometimes just hearing a simple, sincere thank you, people really expressing that gratitude, it helps. I don't give a damn what people say about, I don't need validation, blah, blah, blah. Are validation and appreciation the same? I don't know. That's something for you to think about yourself. But I think gratitude, appreciation, people need to hear that other people are grateful for them and their service and their life and their relationship with them. And so that's why I wrote this. I wrote it from a place of needing to hear these words, but also as encouragement for other people to tell, for other people to tell others that they appreciate them. And so I'm going to read this page in my book. It says, everyone needs a kind word, a word of gratitude every now and then. This book gives you the words to remember and say in a way that targets your loved one's love language, right? And so, yeah, so true. Absolutely. And so one of the things that I did with this book is, and everybody talks about it, and if you're not aware of what love languages are, I definitely recommend that you check out Gary Chapman's The 5 Love Languages and even take the test and figure out what your primary love language is. But, just recently I took a training on what is it called? Communicating with compassion. And in the training, we talked about how as leaders, sometimes we think that we're saying something and it's not hitting the person. It's going way over their heads. And could could that be? Because they just are not understanding that. So you have to say the same thing a bunch of different times, and that's okay, right? As a leader, you have to move with compassion and patience, okay? And so with this book, what I wanted to do is to make sure that we're saying thank you, or that we're showing gratitude in a way that our loved one experiences love, right? Because love and gratitude, I don't know if those are the same thing. I don't think so. I think that they have to be expressed directly and separately. I think that you have to tell someone that you love them and that you appreciate them. Just saying that you love them does not equal appreciation, right? At least to me, it does not, right? And so that's one of those things where you have to talk to your partner about how do they perceive love? Do they perceive love with words of affirmation, gifts, those kind of things? That's a conversation to have. And I'm saying loved ones, but also it could be a coworker. It could be someone that you actually really do appreciate. And sometimes we just don't have the words. And so that's where I came up with this book idea is, if you appreciate someone and you know that you need to express it, but you don't have the words, which a lot of us struggle with finding the words to express ourselves, well, this is something that you can use. It says, this book gives you, I'll read that part again. This book gives you the words to remember and say in a way that targets your loved one's love language. And so finding out what their love language is and then saying that. I'm going to turn to this page where it says, you learned one way or another that using your manners is being polite. You say please and thank you whenever you need something, right? If you are polite, maybe you're not polite, and then that's, something that you can work on, is being polite and using your manners, okay? At our big ages as adults, and even if you are not an adult watching this, right, somebody in your life, hopefully somebody in your life taught you how to say please and thank you whenever you're asking for anything, and then whenever you receive anything, is you say thank you. And so that's all I'm saying. That's the point that I wanted to make, is I wanted to share this book with you as a reminder that it's important for us to express gratitude to those that we love in our lives, especially if we want them to stay around. A simple thank you. That didn't take no time. Right? And I want to read to you one of the poems so you can see how really short that they are. And you could remember them, and remembering things is not that difficult. You just have to repeat the same over and over and over and over and over again until it sticks in your mind. That way, whenever you do get ready to say it, it just comes out so easily. And so some of them are written in rhyme. And so this one says, this one is written, this is a thank you affirmation. So there's different sections, like I said, based on the different love languages. And so this one says, you are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of love. Thank you for all you do for me. You're a gift, an angel from above. And that's it. And you just can say thank you, and you can, elaborate on that and make your loved one's day, and like I said, I'm no relationship expert. I just know that I've been in times where I thought, man, I wish somebody would just say thank you. I mean, damn, like how hard is it, and that would smooth over so many things, no time or money. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't cost anything, right? To say thank you. It's quick. It's like that, right? And even to just send a simple text message doesn't take that long. And so I just want to encourage you, as of course I'm sharing my book with you, to say thank you to tell those that are in your life, that are active in your life, that are loving on you, that give to you, whether they're giving to you because they have a title, right? And I think that as a leader, sometimes that's what it is. We think, oh, people perceive us as this higher person than them, which is weird. Instead of just seeing that, hey, I'm a human being. We're not robots. We're not robots. We all have feelings. We all have emotions. And sometimes a simple thank you can go so far. You don't have to wait for, Supervisor Appreciation Day. You don't have to wait for Father's Day, which just passed. You don't have to wait for Mother's Day. You don't have to wait for Valentine's. You don't have to wait for these things. You can do it today. You can tell your loved one thank you today. You can tell your boss, your friend, whoever, all the people in your life, thank you. I love you. I'm so glad that you're here. And you never know. You never know what people are going through. I know for me, I'm not really that open to sharing my problems. If I know someone is not going to help me, what the hell am I going to tell them for? What am I going to tell them for? And so a lot of people think that way. I know I'm not the only one that thinks like that. And so you never know what someone is going through. A simple thank you could change their whole day, could change their whole life around. They can feel that much better about themselves. And that we are responsible for. We are responsible for lifting each other up. And gratitude, expressing love and gratitude helps. And so that's all I wanted to say today. I am going to share part 1 and part 2 on YouTube here shortly, as well as my clip from the other day. I did not have a chance to upload that to YouTube yet. And so I'll be on again tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll see you all then. Bye.